this morning. I'm just now coming off of my 34 freaking hour reset. If you ain't had the hours to do it, can't get mad that can't get no work done if you ain't got the hours. I'd have probably been creeping along, so no reason to get mad like I normally do. Being a hothead, but let's see here. Hit our next load. In. Route to stop. Alrighty. Let's see here. See somebody's in there. This restream is hard. Welcome in, welcome in. Not as wore out as I normally would have been. I can feel the difference. I got up this morning to heat up some roast chicken, the Walmart special. Made a little some mayonnaise on it, made ghetto chicken salad. But what's up, Mike? I'm surprised I've lasted this long. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm surprised I've lasted this long. But I think what is giving me the courage to not making excuses is vlogging about it. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Hey, what's this? We're talking about a low carb lifestyle challenge. I'm an over-road truck driver, if that's what you want to know. We're friendly here, and we just ask you to be respectful. It's nothing important. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know half the stuff I'm talking about. So we just, half the time we're goofing around over here. If that's not you, you're not hurting my feelings if you want to move on. Because people just don't seem to be nice lately. And, the longer I stay on this diet, the more I get aggravated. I'm sorry. The more I stay, you know what I mean? Okay, let's hit the light. I'm welcome. You're welcome. And welcome in. But see, there's the thing. All right, we need to get our bags to get out of here. A lot of us over the road truck drivers don't make an effort because what we're doing is sitting on the behind all day. And see. Okay. No, I'm just being honest, and I don't mean to sound like a dick, but you said what's this, and this is really it. And Mike knows we goofy half the time, especially early mornings. I be giggling and laughing, trying to stay awake. That's the main objective of me talking to you guys early morning, me trying to stay awake. But right now, I'm fully awake because I've been sitting on my behind for 34 hours. Actually, I've been up for like 4 or 5 hours already, just waiting for my clock to reset. You know what I mean? And like I said, I apologize. I mean, sound like a dick, but you know, when I do this version, it comes across, and Mike will give me a warning when I go overboard. It comes across the what do you call it, the shorts, and you know, we bring out all the not so nice folks early in the morning. And you know, like I said, I'm an over the road truck driver trying to figure out certain things and dealing with life, and I'm trying to get this weight back off of me. I'm trying to gain control of my diabetes. I'm type 2. The doctor took me off it a while ago, but took me off the metformin a while ago, but I've been keeping an eye on it, thinking, you know, I've been kind of crazy a few times, but I should have just stayed with the low carb lifestyle. Yeah, and thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mike said that because I caught half of a conversation and made a complete fool of myself, went off. So, you know, again, I apologize if I don't see your stuff. I'll see it later. But we just trying to stay out of trouble. But let me tell you something. I don't know who or what warehouse was behind us, but the music just stopped. They've been partying all night long. I repeat, and it's 6:37. They stopped around 6 o'clock this morning. Whatever, whatever's over here, I don't know if I can see it or not. See if the sign. There's a warehouse back there. They were thumping. I mean, going off the. They were thumping. I'm pretty sure it was Mexican music, so Migos was they were getting it in, whatever the heck. And I mean, I wasn't mad. I was up anyway, so you weren't working. And be honest with you, noise don't. If you've been doing this for a while, especially if you've driven reefers, especially if you've driven refrigerated trailers, because the refrigerated trailer, you be sitting in the bunk. On the other side of the bunk is the reefer engine, and all it's doing all night is wow, 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 wow. You learn that mess will rock you to sleep. So when I'm ready to go to sleep, yo, you ain't bothering me. Now when I'm home, I need complete quiet. But when I'm on the road, my body is trained to look past stuff like that. So it don't honestly, it don't bother me. That's why I was like, I looked up, I said, what the heck? And I looked around, I thought it was in our yard, and then I noticed it was coming off the, behind the back fence. And I said, man, these mother, they having their coronas getting down. But hey, it is what it is, man. Okay. I need to throw some air on. Let's see what's going on here. These guys, it looks like they're waiting. Looks like they're waiting to get in this yard. Wow, there's a lot of empty trucks waiting to get in their yard. And that's the thing about driving a truck early morning. This is when you got to get up. So I finally started training my body to get up this time. But they used to, oh. Yeah, right now I'm in I'm actually in North Carolina. Uh-oh. Heading north. Gotta cut across the road. Then realized I needed to make a right. So, sorry, guys. Y'all see a video of my sorry driving? Who's that purple? I see purple something. Is that Tamika? If it is, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But I had so much fun yesterday. And what do you mean by that? Because this yard up here in North Carolina, there's a Latino. I'd say, let me say it like that, a Latino supermarket, and it's immaculate. So it ain't run down or whatever. And that's why I walked up there where I could get my soubrette. And folks that are from the Northeast and growing up around hot dog carts and stuff like that, they get the cooked onions and it's like a red sauce. Oh my God. With that hot dog with the snap on it, minus the bun, because we're talking about low carb lifestyle. That hot dog minus the bun. Oh my God, it's delicious. Side note, next chance I get, because it's about 10 miles from my yard, there is a German butcher shop. It's not really a butcher shop, but it's still German meats and stuff. And they sell the hot dogs and frankfurters that have the casing on. Oh my God, that snap that you when you grill it and it's so much better than these crappy hot dogs that we get with the skinless ones. Oh man, it's so freaking delicious. And that's what we're talking about here. I'm on a low carb diet. Why? It's because I sit on my ass all day long, and I'm always struggling to make my blood pressure go down. I'm always struggling, to go. I'm going to the bathroom 30 times a day, 30 times a night, and I'm looking for a change. I'm looking for a change, and when you get old, this stuff don't go away. I see somebody's asking about Nightbot. I got Nightbot on minimal right now because I got Mike. Mike always shows up. My man Mike is the man. Nightbot, but that's Nightbot. Nightbot is say it gets you certain things that come out to say thank you and stuff like that. Nightbot also it posts some pre stuff like today. My friend, he runs a church down in Florida, but he has a small little YouTube channel. Y'all get a chance to check him out, Gospel Express Ministry, and that's what really I enjoy Nightbot because you can, if you want to tell someone about your if you want us to check your channel out, just hashtag can't stop with no apostrophe, or if you leave the apostrophe on there, it'll do it anyway. I did it. I had set it up with Nightbot both ways, and it'll drop your link. So that's what Nightbot does. Nightbot keeps an eye on things, just like my other moderators, which I greatly appreciate. This place I'm going to, that's why I waited. I didn't feel like doing it in the dark. I'd rather do it in the day. These spots to park in are real freaking tight. So I was like, by the time I get there, I'll be off of YouTube and the sun will be coming up. So I have all the energy to get these trailers in these spots. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta think smarter, not harder. So I was like, oh, okay, I can get there at such time. I've got one serving of the mushroom coffee left, and I got to go to my donut coffee shop coffee. No, donut shop coffee. It's a certain blend which is not too sour and not too strong. And I only drink 1 cup a day, which is from my what I used to drink was maybe 4 or 5 cups and at least 3 to 4 monster drinks a day. So that should tell you something. That should tell you something from the effort, that I'm doing. I'm gonna get me some B plus vitamins because I've been reading up. These are the things that I'm gonna need to be taking daily to get my body back into some form of normalcy. It ain't been there in what I can't even go far back to say when it was in a normal whatever. But I look back, I had the symptoms. When I look back 10 years, because I was miserable, I look back 10 years, I had the symptoms and didn't even know it of the type 2. And type 2, it affects every freaking thing, guys. Everything. So if I can get this under control, I can get other things that are bothering me back under control. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not being preachy, but I'm just saying that's why I'm doing this vlog every day, because it's making me make this a habit. It's making me choose to do the right thing. I did need, but I didn't need to. I needed to go get some food, and I got out with my GoPro, and I just had fun. I'm like, well, I gotta walk up here. So, but I walked up with a purpose because I don't want to exercise. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I don't want to exercise. But then I was like, well, I gotta go. And then I'm like, well, and then I'm playing with the GoPro, and I got like a little thing that stretches out, and I was walking, and nobody other than Mike has noticed the music that I'm playing is talking about my channel. I'm like, I don't think nobody noticed it. It's like I got country music on there, and it's saying can't stop. Nobody, I'm even saying it, nobody noticed it. And I like it because it's goofy. I'm goofy. If I need to be serious, I can be serious. But right now, I enjoy being goofy, and I just think it's fun. I think it's an experience. And what the heck is wrong with it, man? Especially nowadays. Because you know what? Some of y'all, and you mess it up for the rest of us. Some of y'all give. I'm gonna try to be polite about this because Mike don't like me talking political. Some of y'all give these Trumpers ammunition. Ammunition. What do I mean by that? I don't know what concert that was, but I seen it on TikTok. There's a concert. I think it's in Seattle. Let me know if I got it wrong. It's in Seattle, and they bum rushed the door. They leveled half of the place, and I mean I'm not trying to be exaggerating, but they jumped over the counters and took all the stuff because they sell beer and like twisted tea and simple stuff in tall cans, for exorbitant prices, but y'all jumped and acted the complete fool. They had to cancel the whole thing. They had to cancel the concert. And y'all messed it up for other people that were trying to have a good time. Who brought you up like this? You know what I'm saying? I know some of these concerts and whatnot can be crazy, but that music ain't that great. Then I need to go break into some place and act a complete fool. And then if you get the cops coming in, they beat the piss out you. Now you want to march for police brutality. Make it make sense. Because you got people like me that's not going to act the fool, and this cop that's looking at dumb behinds like you on a daily, because they don't put nobody like us in our areas of where we live. They put Trumpers. So they locked in that all of us are lazy, all of us are criminals, all of us do this, all of it, and people like me that's honest, and they're not gonna do no stupid stuff like that, even when I was young. Do you see what I'm saying? You guys, I mean, I'm not saying you guys that are on this thing listening, but some of y'all that lost your effing mind, and half of y'all were brought up by a woman. Yeah, I said it. Half of y'all brought up by a woman, because when I was brought up, my father was a dick, but I was afraid of him. I remember when all my friends got in trouble for shoplifting, and the cop asked me, hey, why did you? First of all, I didn't know y'all was doing it, but second of all, are you crazy? My father would kill me. And I literally meant my father would kill me. And he thought it was just, I was just afraid. No. My father threatened me because he was smaller than me. He said, I'll put a bullet dead in your forehead. Go ahead, try me. And I knew he was crazy. I'm like, nah, not me, player. And this for entertainment purposes only. We're just talking about a past experience. You two. But I'm just saying, there's no fear. These young people don't even fear the cops. They'll fear them prison though. They'll fear that jailhouse, because them people in the jailhouse, no matter what color, are a whole different breed of animal. That's a whole different experience. But you can't wait to get there. But my father, no matter what I say he did, he kept me on the straight path. I'm like, nah, man, I had to deal with him. It's the same thing. I used to get bullied because my father said, you better not start a fight. But if you ain't got no other choice, I had a prerequisite before I had the choice to whip your behind. I had to wait. And I'll tell you, I was waiting on with anticipation for you to get through all of the checkpoints. Because my father would ask me, did you try to walk away? Yes, sir. Did you tell him you didn't want? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then when I beat the bejesus out you, then you remember. You see what I'm saying? Well, we're brought up by these single women that chose these fools, and it's like the genetics of stupidity is passed on from generation to generation to generation. And you don't want to break those generational curses because you think it's easy. I can just go out and sell drugs for 4 or 5 hours and come home and sit on my behind and play video games instead of trying to get a job. Yeah, I don't make a whole lot of money doing this, but this is honest effing work. This is honest to God effing work. You see what I'm saying? And I learned to live, and I learned to live with it. And hey, one way or another, I got a place to stay, bro. As long as I drive right. Yes. I for one way or another, I got a bed in the back of this thing, and a refrigerator, and an air fryer. I'm good. Well, one thing I guess I'm all over the place this early on. One thing I'm good. I went and got I think it's called something carne asada pastor or whatever. It's marinated pork. It's marinated pork. Oh, that's good. My wife like, what you gonna do? She, women, y'all always gotta. What you gonna have to say? If I just say I'm gonna have a piece of meat, well, what's the size? I ain't having no sides. I'm just having this piece of meat. And the same thing. I bought this. The marinated taco meat. I'm gonna put it in a bowl with a fork. And I'm gonna eat it. But I got this whole roasted chicken. I gotta eat first. But everything else good. But I thank God that I'm keeping on track. I'm keeping on track. The whole objective today is to get up here, get this load, and get between 450 and 500 miles down the road. I done got spoiled. I'm like 300, and I need those hours from when my recap comes back. I need them hours. So I'm gonna try to get up here, get that, turn back around, and get somewhere, and stop somewhere in North Georgia before I'm done. And that's a reasonable thing this morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna be doing. But I don't know if I'm in ketosis. I don't know until I get back and get my ketones urine strips. But I'm starting to feel a difference. And that's the whole object. And I said there, some of the good oils is avocado oil, olive oil, and actually bacon fat or beef fat, beef tallow. They call it beef tallow. That's actually beef fat. I need to start doing that. I really don't want to, because that's gulping. It's taking a swig of just straight oil. But it feeds that good oil feeds the fat in your brain cells, right? Which this is what I read in the book, and it kickstarts your ketones, which I read in the book. So don't say I'm telling y'all what to do, because it's nasty. They even have keto coffee that's got good oil in it. Oh God, it's so nasty. When I say it's nasty, I'm not pouring any punches. But it is it's a part of trying to, because my whole goal is not just to be living a low carb life. My whole goal is to get my my blood glucose level numbers under 100 fasting. What I mean by that? You have to take every once in a while. I take my blood glucose level, but I gotta stab my finger and the blood come out, and then the machine will test the level. I'm always pre-diabetic. I'm just really almost. I'm almost below the level of 100, like 103, 104. But I want to get below the 103. I'm gonna get below the 100 on a continuous basis. Because once I do that, that means I'm on the right track to, and I start noticing stuff starts coming back. The body starts to heal itself when you start acting like you got some sense. The body's been nonchalantly saying, "Hey, I don't like this. Hey, I don't like this. Hey, I don't like," and then I've been blowing it off like, "Oh, I'm just getting old." No, I should have looked at that. I should have looked at the what's it called. But we'll figure it out. We ain't got no choice. Ain't got no choice. We'll figure it out. All right, but okay, I got about 2 hours and 11. I'm not gonna be on that long, but we got about 2 hours and 11 minutes until I get there. I don't have the address to the drop yard because I'm pretty sure my load's at the drop yard, so I gotta go to the main area. I'm charging my battery because I finally smartened up. Because normally you got to get in the back of the trailer of this big Bohemian and sweep it out. I finally got me a blower. the 40-volt one, because I like Ryobi stuff. So the battery's interchangeable. The 40-volt would have cost me two something. I got the 18-volt, which was like $89. And it just has just enough power to blow that crap out of the bag. So I just opened up the back door, had a light from a camera, and cleaned it out. And it's just simple stuff like that makes it much easier for me. In the morning, I got my mushroom coffee. I sprinkled the cinnamon on the coffee in the coffee maker, and then, oh man, I'm enjoying that, because that cinnamon is actually a what do you call it? Anti-inflammatory, and it's helping, because I'm trying to figure, why am I still in pain? I'm still got some pain. Well, I've only been out for this operation for 2 months, and it's like you got to give it 6 months to a year. I'm like, yo, that sucks. That sucks royally, but hey, it is what it is. But like I said, I got out there. I made a video going there, and I got my some bread. Now that I know you can get some bread, that type of onions, hot dog, they call hot dog onions. You get that at Publix or this Mexican supermarket. So I'm like, I knew it was there. I was like, man, I gotta get me some, because that's straight New York. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna make some cornbread dressing this year for Thanksgiving, the way my mother used to make it and my father used to make it. And I'm gonna order some sage sauce. That's gonna cost me an arm and a leg though, because you can't get sage sausage down here. I'm gonna order me some sage sausage, and you put the sage sausage in the cornbread, and I'm gonna add some onions, green peppers, and I might do a little bit of corn and some stevia. Just not a lot. I want a little sweetness to it. Which I know there's one that doesn't spike your blood sugar. I gotta figure out which one that I think is the stevia. But I'm gonna do that, so that sweetness of the dressing, and you just cook that all in the cornbread, and then because we're not gonna have this big group for Thanksgiving this year. Thank God. I'm tired of. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of having someone at my house on Thanksgiving. Every once in a while, online. But probably because I'm a loner. Me and the wife are loners, so. But I invited my son over, and what we're probably gonna do, I'm gonna get some chicken wings and maybe some ribs, and we're gonna season them up, and I'm gonna let him grill that on the grill. I'm gonna show him, hey, this is how you get on the grill and do yada yada yada. I'm gonna let him do that. you know, have some father-son time with some low-carb beer, either low-carb beer or straight whiskey. Actually, I think I'll probably do straight whiskey, because that whiskey or tequila is better than the low-carb beer. Just whiskey or tequila and some probably like a Diet Coke or something like that. They have mixers, and have some fun time with my boy. If you want to see somebody eat, you invite him over. My father used to do that to me. He just sit there and watch me eat. So I'm just gonna pass it on. I'm just gonna pass on the tradition and watch him eat. I remember last time we were out with the Waffle House, so bought him some food, and I just sat there reminiscing, because that's how my father used to do with me. He used to take me in New York, up in the Northeast. They have what's called diners, and we'd always go to a different diner, and he'd watch me eat. Yeah, that's one of the good things I remember. But I can see the sun coming up. Thank goodness. You know, it is what it is. Oh boy. So what you guys have planned for Sunday? My day is gonna be full of driving. My day is gonna be full of driving, and more driving. What you doing? Driving? Oh boy. And I have to get back on. I have to get back on track of doing my videos, my shorts with the shorts with driving like this. Cut bits and pieces and throw some music behind it. And the hours are slowly starting to come back. If you're a content creator, let me just give you this warning, because a lot of people jumped on too, because it's easy. It was easier for them to grow on TikTok. A lot of people jumped on TikTok. Oh, okay. I don't know, Mike, if you heard a place called Buc-ee's. It's like a big Texas gas station. They're slowly edging northward. They're huge. But what they sell outside of Buc-ee's, they sell these nice behind Texas smokers. They've downgraded. They got a thinner one, but the other ones have made a real strong. I don't know if it's cast iron or whatever, but I want to get one of those smokers. They're heavy gauge. But I'm waiting for the Buc-ee's. They're opening up another one closer. I got to drive all the way to freaking almost Alabama or South Georgia, hundreds of miles out of the way to get this smoker that I want. Because this thing is nice. And I'm thinking about it. I don't smoke much, but I want to learn. You know what I mean? I did one time. I smoked this meat by mistake one time. My father had me cook all this stuff on this grill, and we had nowhere to keep it warm, so I left it on the grill. I left it in the corner, and that meat was falling off the bone and everything. And it was so funny because he just wanted to give it out. It was right after rodeo. They used to have this black rodeo that came into town in Atlanta. They're pretty sure it still does. And he was a part of the black cowboy crowd, and they had all the trailers in this big old circle. And someone came up to me and asked me, said, "Hey, how much for the food?" I said, "It's free, but nobody's coming to got nothing." And when the word got out that mess was free, they came and wiped it. I see somebody else say, "Hey, good morning, good morning." And I see they wiped me off. They wiped me out. But I didn't realize that the meat was falling off the bone. And I unintentionally smoked all that. It was smoke. I smoked it. So I want to learn how to do that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I want to learn how to smoke meat on purpose. I want to learn how to season it right. I don't just want to sprinkle a little bit, because when you see that, they throw a good amount of seasoning and coating, and it just be freaking good. That's what I was telling my wife. She said, we could get a food truck. I said, "Babe, we got to up our game, it's love them to death, but our food is okay. When you want to get a restaurant or whatever, you don't want these people like Keith Lee or that other guy that travel all over places, eat your food and say this is trash. I want them. Yeah, no, I want when you eat. If you get a food truck or whatever, I want you to go. Oh my God, I need to get me some more. So when you do that, that's why one of the things I used to do, I used to cook a lot. So now I want to get that smoker. So when I come home and because I sit in the yard a lot, I could be having something smoking and figuring out the flavor. And I'm gonna give me a big book, write stuff down, and start having me some recipes. You know what I mean? I remember my food used to taste so good when I started drinking, but I never wrote it down. I never freaking wrote it down. I remember what I was cooking at this. I was in the Navy and I was cooking at this cookout for our boat, and we had a cave right next to the grill, and I kept on filling up beer, and I was throwing beer all over on the meat and everything. And that mess, they was like, "Oh my God, this is delicious!" But I was getting lit off the bed. This is alky stories, but I was getting lit off the bed. But I was trying to, instead of using water sprinkle to calm the fire down, I was using beer. But that beer was marinating on the meat, and things that I was reminded of. I got to learn how to do this stuff as in a sober fashion. I got to learn how to do this in a sober fashion. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm saying this on a Sunday. What y'all think about that Caucasian? I'm gonna say it like this: people like the Caucasian preacher that was calling out the black preacher because he was for comma. See, first of all, y'all preachers need to be preaching about God and stop worrying about politics. I'm gonna say that for the black and the white. You need to stop worrying, because if you want a separation of church and state, you need to start separating. But a lot of people that they not reading that Bible, you thinking that your white Jesus is the one, bro. You need to reread that Bible that you took from other people and changed a few words. King James Version. You need to reread that Bible because it describes what Jesus looked like. Jesus had an afro. That picture that y'all worshiping is the Caucasian Jesus, and the word is that was the son of one of the popes, and he was gay. Come on, man. Really, bro? I'm just saying. And that ain't a mock at Jesus. I appreciate Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I don't believe in that one. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. Why? You see this truck I'm driving? I shouldn't be driving this. 11 years. I'll be celebrating 11 years. 11 years of another, a second chance in life. Because I almost lost my life on one of these big old suckers, sleeping in the back, training someone else. And a voice spoke to me. I was about to get up. Because I always had conversations with the guy, was training about an hour before it was my turn. But the voice said, "Go back to sleep." I was like, "Okay." And I woke up to a fiery inferno. Almost lost my life on one of these things. So trust me, I believe. You can't tell me not to. But just because I don't show up for church don't mean I don't believe. Everybody thinks you guys can be in church every Sunday. But a lot of y'all, they go to church and just downright mean, angry, and cantankerous. You don't got a love of nothing, even the love of the white Jesus. You ain't got a love of nothing. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Urban. I see Urban in it. Is that Urban? Yeah. Hey, Urban. You know, a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are mean and downright. I'm not gonna say evil, but dang near close. I'll say it like that. And then, but you supposed to be worshiping God. I know some of his prerequisites is talking about helping folks, but y'all won't help nobody but yourself. I'm not talking about helping the past. I'm talking about helping folks. You're not talking about helping the past and they want you to have the building fund that nothing gets built. I'm just saying. Let me calm down, cause I'm gonna get a face from Mike. I'm gonna get the funky faces from Mike. Hey, Urban, I'm just letting the moderators know we have a new call sign. So if I'm going off the deep end and I got it all wrong in the chat, it's hey Mike, drop one of the crazy faces that you need to let me know that that I'm going off the deep end. Because I went off the deep end the other day and got it all wrong and had to apologize profusely to Buddha. I didn't even know. Yeah, a lot of mean people. And see, here's the thing. And Urban, I used to be really well versed in the Bible, and I got burnt. I got burnt, and I didn't turn away from God, but I turned away from the church. That I've been looking. You know what I mean? And I got the Ethiopian Bible. I've been saying I think I'm gonna bring it out here with me. I don't want to, because I don't want to mess it up. But I want to start really getting deep into it and start meditating on God again, because he knows I'm thinking it. I'm getting old. I'm gonna be coming to see him soon. I need to straighten up. Just saying, I need to straighten up. I need to straighten up. I need to straighten up. Straight up. You know, I'm not gonna sit and say my stuff those things, because look, that's why we talk about stinky booty confessions. I wish I could dump some videos on StreamYard. If anybody knows how you can do it, because I used to be able to do that on not StreamYard, but whatever the heck this is, Restream. I missed that. I missed that part of it. I could hit the button and have the intro. But hey, we'll figure it out. We ain't got no choice. Ain't got no choice. But hey, Urban, I see that your prime minister has had enough. We go. Prime Minister said, Canada's prime minister said we are going to slow the introduction of immigrants into our country. And one guy said, for the medical school, we ain't letting no more people from other countries come learn medical school, because they only got a certain amount of slots. I'm like, yo, okay, yeah. I don't know who agrees on that, but I'm like, dang. See, because a lot of Americans leave the country because we can't get into medical school here. We go somewhere else. I mean, it's got to be hard. I can't even get a regular college. I'm talking about what medical college. Oh heck no. Because I didn't know that, but some type 2 diabetics have to take insulin. That's what the doctor said, and the doctor thought I was one of them. I'm like, could they, I had to go recertify, because you have to recertify, especially if you're type 2 or have a blood pressure problem every once a year. If you don't have any problems, it's every 2 years. But I got to do once a year, and I went, and the doctor wanted me to take this back to my doctor for all of this, how much insulin do I take? What the doctor didn't realize is if I got to inject myself with insulin, I can't drive a truck. That's one thing I do know. If I got to inject myself with insulin, I can't drive a truck. I'm done. You can't drive a truck, from what I know. So if you know any different, I've seen that. I was like, uh-oh. A lot of, here's my theory on this. If you got people that are running to your country, what are they running from? And I don't have I don't have an answer. But if you got people that are running to your country, what are they running from? Why don't you help with that? The poverty in that country, the gang violence in that country. Why don't you help with that? Why don't you help uplift that country so people don't have to run? I don't know. That's not an excuse. But I'm just saying. Because you got people. Here's the thing. It should be an automatic prerequisite. That's just me. If your ass walked across a whole country, if you from somewhere south of Mexico and you walked your family across that country, and then you walked across a freaking desert by little snake paths and goat paths and all that, man, you should gain the honor of being a U.S. citizen because you really want to be here. Some of these other people, don't treat the country like that. Half of these people, half of us, including myself, don't want to walk a mile. Talk about walking hundreds of thousands of miles to get to a place where you can be free of violence and whatever. And don't quote me, guys. I'm just talking. I'm just bringing this up. You know what I mean? Because people are like, you're focusing on the border, which nothing has changed. Not just 10 years, not just 20 years, not just 30 years. I'm talking 50 years and more. Nothing has changed. You have people that's been living in the shadows for that long. You don't want nobody here, but your behind will go to Mexico and buy you a condo and then complain because the Mexican bands are walking around playing the Mexican music in Mexico trying to get a tip. Trying to make money instead of saying, hey, I'm not gonna be like everybody else. I'm staying country and I'm gonna walk along the beach and sell stuff. We was in Costa Rica. My wife and Charles, they wanted to go to this one beach. I didn't want to go because people they trying to sell you trinkets or whatever, and I don't want to be mean. And you spend the whole day saying no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. I didn't want to go. I had a miserable time, but I didn't want to be mean because I knew these people trying to make a living. We sat there and had these mixed drinks, and luckily I have an eye. The lady was mixed. She poured out a pineapple. She had this mixed drink, and she had something in a bleach container, Clorox bleach container. And instead of me being ghetto going, what the F, blah, 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 I looked, And I know what chlorine bleach looks like. It's not like clear water. It's got an off tint to it, and it's got a little like a glove. And I watched that, and I said, okay, that's water. Because I remember I'm in another country. This lady's using that bleach container as a water or whatever liquid she had in. And I looked at Charles. I said, he looked at me. I said, that's not. I looked at it. I said it real low. That's not bleach. And he said, okay. You know, and cause I'm in your country. I ain't say, and I did say something. But I ain't gonna say nothing because y'all don't think I'm a bigot. I did say something, and Charles and them never let me live it down because we was behind this traffic jam, and I'm like, what the f bomb this, and it turns out it was a funeral, and they have never let me live that. Heck, they never. What the heck? They never let me live that down. So, and I'm thinking about something here, guys. I wonder if that's the. I don't think that can't be the pilot. I'm thinking the petrol. I'm thinking about. It just can't be. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it can't be. I know it's a good distance from where I gotta go. You know what I mean? Good morning, Associate Minister. Say a prayer for us when you go to church today. And I got a joke. I told this story before. I remember I used to be a deacon in training. And you get up for devotion. I can't sing worth a lick. And I would get out there and start the devotional and this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And I start changing the words in the devotional. And I remember I looked over one time, I see Keith Sweat and sitting in the pew. Now it turns out Keith Sweat's mother used to go to our church. And he gave me that look like, he literally gave me that look like, you can't sing, right? I never forgot it. I literally stopped singing. He gave that look like, you can't sing, right? And I'm like, well, I'm singing for the Lord. I said, I'm singing for the Lord. I remember that mess. Who's singing that mess? They turn the pages. What verse is that? I would just make stuff up. But I was singing for God. I was singing for Jesus. I was singing for the Lord. You could tell me nothing. It's like I was off key. Like this little line. I'm gonna let it, let it. And they get the Holy Ghost. You know how we get start dancing around, and then the guy with the drums, and the person with the tambourine, you dance. Oh, thank you, Jesus. But I meant it. I'm not just joking about it, but I meant it. I got happy. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for saving my soul. I got happy. But I swear I ain't singing. Hey, I was singing for the Lord. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Let me calm down. Let me get over the slow lane. I'm swerving and whatnot. laughing. uh, oh boy. I got the giggles now. Oh, okay. No, no, I didn't pass. I thought I passed it. The reason why coming up on the left up here is a mom and pops. It is a mom and pop. There's a sister that worked there. She probably my age or she probably my age because I was like a little bit older than dirt. Um, she looked like she chewed tobacco, but she be throwing that food down, boy. She be throwing that food down. Yeah, yep, this is the place. Yeah, what's Bill's? It's a big old dirt lot truck stop. But the food's good in there. They be making country, country meals, and you don't get that anymore, man. It used to be, man. You can go to these truck stops and get you a good meal. Nah, it's all this prefabricated crap and all that stuff. So I'm enjoying. I look back on my Instagram. I used to cook all the time on the truck. So I might have to get my hot plate back out here. Only reason I don't like doing it now because I got to clean up my mess. Can't just let the pan be all crustification. Can't let the pan just stay crusty like the crusty crab. All right. Sorry, I got the giggles. I haven't seen that camera buster. I call it now. I'm gonna call it the camera buster. See, that's why I got that phone on mount. If I switch it over to the other mount, I'm gonna pull over. Um, if they catch you over here in the Carolina, they catch you anywhere with a phone in your hand. It's automatic you fired, no matter what company, because it's steep fines. I don't know who puts up these fines to put someone out of out of a job. It's a steep fine if you get caught with the phone in your hand. So I guess it's a deterrent. Yeah, but the people that are making up these rules, if half of y'all are criminal, you know what I mean? Half of y'all are criminal, and y'all, I don't. Let me stop. Look. I don't carry my phone no more because I'm smart. No, I'm not. Let's tell the truth. I'm not smart. I do this for a living. You gotta have a set. You gotta have just a hint of crazy to be out here, especially if you're driving like a tanker, a gasoline tank. You're driving a bomb. You're literally driving a bomb. So they guys should get some extra money. I just noticed my camera's kind of inverted. It says it's on the right side, but the mount is on the left side. I don't know how I did that, but hey, it is what it is. All right. But we've lasted another wonderful, glorious day. I'm probably gonna heat up the rest of this chicken, or maybe have one of I got these jalapeno sauces and eat one of those. That'd be my morning breakfast slash snack. And some more of this guacamole, that that's the good fat. Getting that good fat back in my system is also helping. Um, I've had all my morning vitamins and that stuff. So we're just keeping it simple, keeping it what the heck? Keeping it simple, keeping it in the right whatever we want to call it. But guys, I think I need to start concentrating. So I'm gonna shut this down. I will see you guys tomorrow. And as yes, I have. He said, "Do I have a dash cam?" Yes, I do. It's always running. It actually has a mind of its own. It tells the computer if I'm doing some screwed up stuff. Like if I run a before I shut down, I'm gonna explain my dash cam. If I run a stop sign, if I'm too close to other trucks, so technically, you four wheelers that come and cut me off, I got to slow down though. I got to count one Mississippi, two Mississippi. I got to slow down and let you get ahead of me. I can't let you just cut me off. I can't be close to you because I get graded once a month. If I get into triple digits, I'll get pulled in and counseled. So, I got to watch my driving. That's one thing why I do these things because when I talk to y'all, I don't know why I keep it centered in the roads. As soon as I get up here, I'll be swerving all over the place. But I have an emergency button. If something goes down, I hit this green button. It goes back 10 minutes and locks in the whole recording. So if somebody brake checks me or whatever, I get in an accident, they'll have a recording of whatever happened. So it's the camera has a plus and its minuses, but that's the good plus about it. I get that button and it sends it straight to the company and it records that. Also, I'm gonna get a dash cam for my car and for my wife's car because people, they're driving crazy nowadays. You need to watch your back. But again, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. So I need to start concentrating myself. So you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for you guys coming on the remix. And as always, think nobody loves you. That I love you. God loves you too. Y'all be blessed and have a wonderful Sunday. Okay.